Yo, yo. Can you hear me okay, guys? Live! How we doing? Can you hear the game and hear me? What's this music? Oh yeah, I better turn the music off, hang on. Audio. Game music. Let's turn that down. Nope. Menu music. We'll put it on super quiet, there we go. So a bit of a surprise. I signed into my Steam account, fired up PGA Tour, and it's not got my player, it's not got my progress, it's not got my settings, it's not got anything. Like normally stuff saves in the Steam cloud, and I've got absolutely nothing. What's the microphone like? Because it's using some... The guy said it's using some weird AI technology to noise cancel. But I can't hear myself, which is a problem. But yeah, you'll see crowds milling around in the background. The mic is honestly terrible. Well, compared to my mic, it's bound to be, right? But it's very muffled. I might ask him. Right, okay. Well, I'm bound to sound different. I'm on a headset mic. What it's doing is it's trying to noise cancel everything going on. That's what it's doing. Anyway, so I haven't got any PGA Tour progression. I haven't even got my player. Like ripe tomatoes. It's ridiculous. I prefer not hearing you breathe.
What do you mean, Alex?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. So yeah, I'll just I'll start playing. We'll play this event and see what happens. That's my player. I couldn't be bothered to change him. Matthew, thank you for 60 months. Thank you so much. Anexa, thank you for 22. Jesse Juice 20, thank you guys. I don't see any notifications. I only see them in chat, by the way. Anyway, so the plan for today is I think I'm here about an hour and a half, something like that. And then I'll take some pictures around the booth. If anybody from the Nut House turns up, I've got free t-shirts down here. If anybody turns up, I have free t-shirts. So I'll take some pics and stuff, and then I'll head home, and I'll stream from home later. Yes, it is a bit early, Dylan. Yeah. Well, somebody got out of bed at 6:45 this morning and drove down to London. Thank you, Trotters. But yeah, there's... It looks like they've got ROG t-shirt. Well, that's quite nice. I might have to bag one of them. Well, hang on, let's have a look at this. Let's have a quick look at this. Let's see if I can show you on the stream. Where's the... Sod it, we'll just open it. Let me show you. Let's have a quick look. It's quite a subtle logo by the look of it. You see that? I get it in the light. Quite a subtle Republic of Gamers t-shirt with... It's got it on the arm as well, I think. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Yeah. So this is my bag. This is my bag. It will be a shame if that fell into my bag. I didn't notice that. What are you going to do? Right, let's see if we can... Oh, my controller's switched off, scumbag. How suspicious. What are you on about? It fell in. Right, edit golf bag. Let me just check I've got my golden putter. Looks like I have, actually. That is my golden putter. The all-important putter. Although I probably haven't got... I bet I haven't got half the stuff I normally get. What's it giving me? Give me a 5 wood and a 5 hybrid. I don't need that. No. I'd rather have a 3 iron. Let's get rid of the 5 wood. I'd rather have an iron. 3 iron, that'll do. It wants me to buy that one. Must be that one I normally use. No, I want the 3 iron, you stupid game. If you could do that with a 3090, yeah, I'll try. How do I not have that? Swap. Swap for that. Am I just not understanding this interface? I want to swap that club for a 3 iron. Thank you for the resubs, guys, by the way. Yeah, I don't need a 5 wood and a 5 hybrid. And no one saw anything, Coffin Dodger. There's a few down there. There's white ones as well. I've actually got this, which I think is black with the white logo on it, by the look of it. And then they've got this, which is some kind of old retro logo, I think. Can't quite work that one out. Different styles. Yeah, I did click it, look, pups. I clicked it. And then I want to swap it for the 3 iron. I want that one. It says 5 equipped, and I want to swap it for the 3 iron. And then you click that, and then it tells you to choose from anything that's not a 3 iron. So how does that work? King Wayne, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is there. So, I don't know, pups. I don't know what's going on, mate. It's the weirdest interface. We'll just play. I'll live without my 3 iron. It means the 3 iron's not available in that
2K
brand.
Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you the Corn Ferry Tour Championship.
Is that
Today's
a bit loud?
coverage of the Corn Ferry Tour Championship is about to begin.
If that's loud, I'll turn it down.
With Rich Beam in the booth. And on course, we've got John McCarthy.
Hi, Luke. Great to be here. Looking forward to bringing you guys the action from my perspective. Can't wait to see what happens at the end of this one.
Yeah, it's fine, Craig. I came down too early. The protesters don't get out of bed till 9. Complete the round without invoking the stroke limits. Here we go. Right, 0 practice golf. Why is my controller not working? Seriously, game? Side controller. What the heck is this? What is going on? Settings, difficulty, pro. Now, why is it training me? How do I turn training off? Dear God. Graphics, 60 Hertz. Oh, it's 4K. You can't. You can't. You literally can't turn it off. Oh my god! Change club. Yay! Now we can play. It's teaching me how to play. How delightful! Right, there we go. Bit slow. Lovely. Okay, let's do it.
Oh, that looked like a bit of an ugly swing there.
A bit of an ugly swing? You're joking.
Second shot here on the first.
Oh. Moving the swing stick to the left will cause you to pull the shot. Yeah. It's going to make me do the tutorial. Okay. Let's try and get a bit of the old backspin going on.
Going with the
It's
9
not
iron,
bad.
I think.
It's not bad.
This looks to be heading to the green.
Look at that.
Well, that's beautifully judged.
He's not lost his touch.
Nothing gets past you. Yes, this
Hold
kid
A.
is a stud.
Lining up the birdie putt here.
That's way too hard. Get rid of that. There we go. Confident shot.
Good looking putt.
Get in.
Oh, what a way to build momentum early.
Absolutely. You love to see those going in
First
early.
hole.
It sets the tone for the rest of the day.
Pulls out the birdie.
Currently 1 under for the day.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
True story.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves. A chance to keep it rolling.
Okay, what have we got? Put a bit of swing on that one. Stay out of that ditch. A little bit fast.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes.
No! How could you?
It's a chance for a good shot here from the fairway bunker.
Played it a bit too quick and pulled it. Not ideal, is it? Okay. Right. Let's try and get out of here. That might be in another one.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
And here
Started
we
off
are
well.
with the third shot.
It started off so well. Okay, we've got 80%. Try about... I reckon about there-ish might get there.
Going with the 7.
Come on, left. Left. That's not bad. Yeah, ripe tomatoes.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here
Steam
at the
Cloud
second.
didn't save it, so I don't have ripe tomatoes. That's tricky, isn't it? That's breaking right to left quite a bit. Reckon about there-ish. Nope, too much.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And they'll walk away with a par on this one.
A par's not bad considering. We'll take
Let's
it.
take a look at the leaderboard.
Thank you for the resubs, guys. Yeah,
He's
if you
currently
swing your
tied for
head,
fifth.
it turns it left a bit better. It's like driving a car, isn't it?
Teeing
You know?
off here at the third hole.
I think the announcer definitely sounds Aussie. Right. I reckon about there-ish. Little bit of wind.
Going with the 5 iron
That's
here.
not bad. Hole in one? No. A little bit too much juice.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. All right, John. How's this putt looking?
Well, it looks like this is about 21 feet.
Right, so we've got 6-inch down. Little right to left going on. See, it goes right to left and then it straightens out. I reckon about there.
Big chance here.
Oh,
And he holds it.
what are we
putt.
saying? Another birdie.
He's currently tied for second.
I just
And now
noticed
teeing off on this par 4
my
hole.
player name is Pro Golfer. Right down the middle. That's what we're looking for. I keep swinging too
This
fast.
looks to
Look.
be a fairway seeker to me.
I keep
Well,
driving
Luke, you're
way
right.
too
He
quickly.
did find grass, but it's not the closely mown grass.
Going with the hybrid.
Oh!
It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
I'm going to
Not
hack
easy
my way.
to find the green coming out of the rough.
Hack my way to the green. Let's see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down. Uh-oh.
Sitting at 2 under. Currently tied for second.
That's not good. I well overhit that shot. Can we get a splash shot going? I wonder. That's not a bad effort.
Putting for bogey.
Yeah, there's not many people at the moment, but you know they're starting to turn up. It's still early. It's only 10 a.m. I reckon that's pretty much straight in. Oh!
Ooh, right by the hole.
Did you see my
next
swing?
putt now for double bogey.
I've just
Let's
undone
take a look
all
at the
the work.
leaderboard as it stands.
That was a horrendous hole.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now.
Birdie, par, birdie, double bogey. Nasty.
You've arrived at a par 4.
UK regulations for the mass, not required. Encouraged, but not required. But you have to be double vaxxed to get in. So you have to have either a test or a double vaccination card.
Oh, great swing there.
That's better. That's better.
From about 100 yards. 2 strokes off the lead.
Let's see. Now there's a bit of a depression in the green.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
That's gone to the right too much. Nope.
A quality shot, that.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
We're putting downhill
This
now.
putt for inside the top 5 on the leaderboard.
Not good. This is going to be tricky. Nope. Nope.
This is a par putt.
I need this.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
On the PGA, do you have to finish in the top 50 or something? I can't remember. Get a nice curve going on.
Wow, that was just striped.
Look at that. Top 150.
Second shot here on the 6th.
Okay. All important second shot.
This one looks like it'll safely make the green.
Was gonna roll. Stop!
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
Thank you, Imp,
This would be
mate.
a great up and down from this spot.
I need to chip and run this. I reckon we can get this in. I reckon we can chip this in. There we go. No!
Well, I hope
Where's
he
the
makes this
roll?
one. It's for par.
Where was the roll?
And there it is.
Robbed. Absolutely
Just
robbed.
2 shots back after that hole. Teeing off here at the 7th.
Yeah, it started so well, Zarek. The first 3 holes, and then that 4th hole was just a nightmare. Okay, we can drive the whole green here. There's a big risk of keeping left. Okay, let's try that.
Going with the 5 wood.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's... oh, a bit more legs. No, stop rolling.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
Okay, 25, like 2 foot elevation. 2 foot elevation. That is a lot. I reckon about there-ish. It should get us reasonably close. There we go. Go on, son. Go on,
in.
son. Get in.
Okay,
Oh!
steady now. Pretty straightforward
That
4-footer
was
coming up
so
here.
close.
And in it goes for
We'll
the par.
take it. It could have been a birdie.
Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole.
That was a good effort.
Oh, looking to make a statement here. Going with driver off the tee.
This guy's sponsored by Adidas. Okay. Anywhere down the middle will do.
That is right down the sprinkler line.
That'll do. Will, thank you, mate.
Second shot here on the 8th.
Okay, we're not going to get to the green. I want to be a little bit left. If we're too far right, that tree will be in the way. Anyway, here will do. Too quick. Pulled it. Come on, kick right. That'll do. Got away with it.
Good looking shot there.
Yeah, you should, Zarek. It's good fun.
Getting ready to play their third. Just a couple back from our leader.
Right, we need to get close. So we've got against the wind, elevated green. We need to play it back here. I don't want to be on this bit. If we get on this bit, we're going to roll down here. We kind of want to be up here somewhere. A little bit of backspin. Just to keep it in check. About there, I reckon. It's good effort.
Oh, look at this. Right down the throat.
Oh, what I was saying about
just
that.
missed the hole. Oh, well played. Lovely shot.
He's already had a few birdies today. This
throw by
for
name.
another.
A chance for the top 10 here if we can make this.
Reckon we get this.
Okay, that hole's
We'll
behind
take
you
it.
now. And that will take him to 1 under. He's currently tied for 7th.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
-1.
This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that.
Okay, we should be able to get there in 2, I think. Yeah, we can get there in 2.
Gotta say, just some of the
Hold it
best
a bit.
rhythm in the game.
From around 170 yards here, 1 stroke off the lead.
Against the wind again. I think we'll take the 5-iron. I think we'll try and go in the middle, because if we go on the edge, we'll fall off. So we'll go like here-ish. There we go.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface.
It might roll. Too much roll on
That's
that.
well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
You'll get a share of second if you can make this putt.
Or are we on the 9th? That's a pretty straight shot, actually. That's almost straight in.
Get in. And down it goes. So
That
that's
was in the
back-to-back
middle.
birdies.
Gotta
wasn't even
2 in a
close.
row.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
2 under. Let's go.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum.
Okay. Want to keep a little bit left here.
That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there.
We'll take that. Introverts, thank you very much.
Second shot here at the 10th.
Okay. 3-foot elevation. Got a bit of a wind behind. Get some backspin on this. Try and keep it away from that bunker. Actually, I'm going to aim left a bit more.
Opting for the 9
Oh,
iron.
I've hit it too quick. I've hit it way too quick. Completely pulled it to the left.
Good shot there.
Outside chance of the birdie, but
Yeah,
a two-putt
trotters.
here is
After
still
the event,
good.
I'm going to head home and I'll be streaming from
Trying
home.
to get 2-3 under par with this putt.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Most people are not standing behind. They're standing that on the side. You can't see them. They're staying off the camera. Oh, this is a nasty putt. I might do the preview on this. Look at the break on that. Oh my god. Holy smoke. Alright, look at that. Not even close.
Putting for par.
We need this. We've got to sink this.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the
Solid
next.
putt.
Currently 2 under for the day.
Oh my god, it's Squirrel. Who posted that?
It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
Oh, this is nasty. I think we should stay high side. Is that you? That's Jordan doing that. You say hi if you want. You say hi if you want. This is Jordan. There you go. She sat at the machine there, posting messages. Yeah, I saw that. They're all saying hi now. Ahmed, how you doing? Right, let's try and keep this left a bit.
What kind of rhythm is that? It must be tough falling out of bed every day with a rhythm like that.
Yeah, Hannah, you left. Oh no!
John, you're down there. How's this ball lying?
I thought it was a great
This one's
shot.
first cut, and not too deep into that first cut either. This might not be all that bad.
This is going to slice quite a lot to the right, I think. A lot. I think it's going to slice a lot, this shot. I'm going to aim over there. Yep, there
Looks
it
to have
goes.
chosen the 7 iron.
Way more than I thought.
That's going right.
Get up, get in.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Airmailed the green with that approach.
Hey? Oh, they are. Yeah, they are. He says you're all really friendly. You love the new studio? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is not fun at all, is it? This is going to pull right to left. Oh!
Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Robbed. Absolutely robbed.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Robbed.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole.
Wait, did somebody just give Asus ROG a sub?
Teeing off here on the 12th hole.
Well, now you've got the animated emotes as well. You've got the animated emotes as well now. Yeah, like there's a few animated ones, like that one. Yeah. It's at a 4 pause. You guys, what are you like? Right, down the middle, come on.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
Smooth jazz. It's not jazz, it's jazz.
Second shot here on the 12th.
Right, let's keep it over there a bit. 18-foot elevation. Gonna go for the pin, guys. I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna see if we can rock this in the hole.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Come on. Pick left. Oh, close.
That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th.
Get behind, he's a Red Bull fan. He likes being on TV. Right, we need this one. Slight elevation. A little bit of a break going on. Turn.
And racking up their 5th
Let's
birdie
go.
of the day. And that will take him to 3 under.
3 under.
He's currently tied for first.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
We're qualifying in position 1 at the moment.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
Getting busier now. Oh, this is nasty. This is very nasty. So we're going to go down, and then we're going to get carried by the wind. So if we land about there-ish, we might get pushed towards the hole. Then we want to keep it over there a bit, I think. Oh, that kicked. That kicked to the right.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Thoughts on the Battlefield beta?
This
I have
putt
tried it.
is from 14
I've not
feet.
played it a lot though. It's very Battlefield. That's all I can say. It's very Battlefield. Just for a birdie. Quite a long par 3 this one. That's quite a break on it. Maybe about there-ish.
It was on a good line.
So
This
close.
putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
Need this though. This is missable. This is very missable. I knew it.
Oh,
I
just
knew it.
missed.
It's just got that
And this
horrible
one will be
break
for
on it.
bogey.
Horrible break. Can't believe that.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands.
I have tried Hell Let Loose, yeah.
At -2, going along nicely today. It's time
Went
to
from
tee off here at the
C1 to
14th hole.
C4. Ooh, dog leg. Right, let's get a bit of curve on it. See if we can cut the bend a bit.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff.
Doing John the Bates, I just wish you could see my fire rate with having to ADS.
Luke, unfortunately, that got a horrible kick. Ended up in the rough.
That's annoying. That's really annoying. Try and 3-wood our way out of this. It's going to go horribly wrong.
Well, this one looks like it's heading
That's
to the
not
sand.
good.
And here we are with the third shot. Just a stroke behind the leader.
I need to get this within putt range to get a birdie. We need to get a birdie out of this. Why has that gone to the right? I hit the shot straight and it pushed
Close
to the right.
the surface here.
That's
the
really
green
weird.
side rough.
Roll, roll, roll. Sucks, man.
Make this, and you'll move into a tie for third place.
In a big moment
All
for
the
this
juicy
player
baits
with
was
just
played with
4
hackers.
holes left.
Really? Wow.
Oh, so close.
What?
This next putt is for bogey.
Been robbed, guys.
In
Absolutely
it goes,
robbed.
and that's unfortunately back-to-back
It
bogeys.
showed like a very gentle
You're
break.
making
and the
one
ball
bad
went.
mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Look at that. Look
Justin
at
Thomas is our current leader.
that. SMD, thank you, mate.
Teeing off here at the 15th
Well,
hole.
these last 2 holes have not been kind. See if we can get a birdie out of this.
I've seen bigger slices at artichoke pizza.
Oh, comedian commentator.
Yeah, this lies pretty deep here.
No, this is like hitting it into a head of cabbage. I mean, it literally is just awful.
Awful. That's not cabbage. Right. Just gonna 3-wood it out of here like a boss. Watch this.
Going with a 3-wood here.
What?
This one's bunker bound. Oh my, that's
How
a
does that
putrid
work?
lie. Can he get out of here?
Seriously, how does that work?
I'm not seeing a whole lot of ball in the sand here, guys. Let's see how they deal with this one.
I'm taking a 9-iron. Even that came up way short. Look at that.
Well, the putter's going to be coming out of the bag, but it's still going to be a long way from the hole.
Yeah, yeah, Pops. Yeah, 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 mate. A little guy with the big talk. Right. I reckon we could sink this.
That was a gallant attempt.
I was so close.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Oh, this is missable again.
A good stroke. And the putt drops. Now even par, heading down the stretch. Justin Thomas is at the top of the leaderboard with a one-shot lead. Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
Next, you'll copy Alex and Hunt. No SMD. I'm heading back later. I'll be streaming from home later today. Right, here we go. Hole in one chance. 6 iron, no. 5 iron. 5 iron with a bit of backspin, I'm thinking. A little bit of a headwind.
Opting for the 5 iron. Oh, come on, sit.
That rolled too much.
Yeah, that one will play.
You're there tomorrow,
This
SMD.
putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
This is a tricky par.
If that's the right pace, this should drop.
Oh, perfect length.
Oh, that's a fantastic attempt from that distance. Shame it didn't drop. That hole's done. And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par.
Supposed to be going to EGX today, but your back was not good. Well, if you'd have turned up, you could have got a t-shirt.
We've arrived at a par 4 hole.
They're trailing heading into the short par 4. Do they take it on to the layup? How much do they trust their swing right now? We'll
Look at
find
this.
out.
Like, the corridor between the bunkers is so tiny. If you get it wrong, you're falling down here. And I don't think we can make the green. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Oh, well played.
Ho, ho.
Second shot here on the 17th.
What a bounce. Played for, obviously.
Ooh, that almost went down. Ooh, good look at a birdie here.
Seriously, being robbed here.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the
Almost
day.
had an eagle.
And what a way to jump into the top 10.
Almost
The
got an
leader
eagle
now
then.
has a one-stroke advantage.
That was a tricky hole. This is the last hole now.
Teeing off here at the lucky last, the 18th.
Here we go. Oh, it's a very long par 5. Put a little bit of curve on it. Pulled it. Not good. Not good.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough.
Like a 5 iron. See, this is why I wanted my 3 iron. For getting out of things like this. get back onto the good stuff.
And that
There we
shot
go.
back in the fairway. Setting up here, looking at an elevated green.
I reckon if we can get this in putt distance. Look at this green though. Right, let's take a 6. I don't want to hit this slope here. I need to be like right back here somewhere.
Going with the 5-iron here.
Oh, hits it too slow apparently.
Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left.
Had good length. Timing was wrong.
Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
What is this?
And this putt is for a final score of 70.
1 foot elevation. Guys, if I sink this, it'll be a miracle. Nope. Not bad though.
A bit long on that one. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
This is entirely missable.
It's half a chance of being holed, this one. And with that putt, that'll bring
Confidence.
his tournament to a close.
Not bad, not bad. 1 under. Had some nasty holes.
Top 10, Rich, not to be sneezed at.
No, top 10s are always good. Top 10s are always good, Luke. It gives you some confidence going into the next tournament.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB
Rich
Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Wait, it knows I'm level 31. Wait a minute. How come the game knows I'm level 31 but doesn't remember my player or my outfit? Like, seriously? Right, advance. Corn Ferry Tour. Let's do this. Opponent difficulty normal. The Katagawa Country Club. It's starting to fill up now. There's a big queue over there at the 18 Plus lounge. I think that's like an OnlyFans event.
Hello and welcome to our 2K Sports
really.
PGA Tour action.
It's where they've
Today's
got
coverage of the TGC Open
Deathloop
is about
and
to kick
Backflip.
off.
Apparently.
Look, I'll
Massive
be here
queue.
alongside Rich Beam, and Rich, it's like the first day at school, isn't it? This
I
player's
don't know, Baz.
now made it to the
There might be a
PGA
hot tub
Tour.
in it.
What could possibly be going on through their mind?
Rumour
They're
has
just
it.
trying to not vomit when they're on the first tee, Luke. Nobody's thinking about the money and the excitement and the major wins. And this is
Rumour has
awesome.
it, Baz.
You are literally so excited to hit that first
The
tee
imp.
shot.
You know,
you
like
really don't care where it goes, but you want it to be in play. But
Right.
you just—that's the only thing that you can.
Let's just get going.
That's the only thing that you can possibly comprehend is hitting that ball. That's the only thing you can.
Whenever the
I dare
commentators
any
wanna
other
shut up.
player to say, well, this is the
Right, yeah.
first of many unbelievable opportunities. Listen, we can talk about everything that they want to achieve or what their career was.
Are these
Right
commentators
now,
gonna shut
their
up?
one and only goal is getting that first tee shot in play somewhere.
wait, why has it forgotten my
Can't
controller
wait to see
again?
what unfolds.
Yeah, rumour has it, Baz. You know, Im said he's really busy with Twitch stuff today. You know, rumour has it he brought his hot tub over there into that 18 Plus booth, and he's raking it in right now. Making bank. True story. Quick
Well, I
snap
like the look of
perks.
the line here. It should find the fairway. Playing from around 110 yards out.
Straight downwind. Tough to put a lot of
It's a
spin on
strong
it and
wind,
hold the
this.
green.
Very strong wind. 11 miles an hour. That's quite a strong wind, that is.
Come on, get a good bounce to the left. But not
Oh,
a bad
we'll
approach,
take it.
that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
Foxtrot, I don't think there's any alcohol being
19
sold, to be
feet to the
honest.
cup.
I could be wrong. Pops, how can you unplug a wireless controller? I reckon we can get this.
Oh, I like the look of this.
Come on!
Oh, what a lovely putt to make.
What a
And
shot.
Always a good feeling to have early in the round.
Well, that's a lovely way to get going.
He's not
They've already
called pro
started this
golfer
event
for nothing.
under par.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Right down the middle.
Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time.
Keep rolling. D22, they just have a PC here.
Let's take a look at Gary Woodland from earlier.
I don't care about Gary Woodland.
I got to say, his short game is one of the best in the game.
I'll send you a pic. Look, I'll show you a pic of this thing.
Around 110 yards to go.
There you go.
Straight downwind. Tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
Oh, there you go. That's... Can you see that? Apart from the light. There you go. That's roughly what it looks like. Yeah. Bought me a bottle of water. How very kind. See, golfers have got to stay hydrated, guys. I need some Lucozade Sport now. Try and get a bit of backspin on this. Well, what are we saying about this? What are we saying about this?
Oh, that's a great shot. It sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the second.
I'm trying to get you a hole in one, guys.
A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
Let's go.
Currently a couple under for the round.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
We have a par 3 on this one.
I'll take some photographs of the stand later and put it on like Instagram or something. It's quite a nice stand. Right, come on. Against the wind, 3 wood. I reckon we can make it though. Bounce our way to victory.
Opting for the 3 wood.
Come on, roll, keep rolling.
Wow, what a shot.
He's already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Anybody
11
think,
feet to the cup.
anybody think that guy looks like Pups, only better looking? Is that straight in, do you reckon? It's the Asus ROG booth.
Fair effort that. Good birdie.
Three birdies. Back
Let's have
to
a look
back.
at Patrick Cantlay.
How about we don't look at Patrick? We don't care about Patrick.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down.
Yeah, whatever. We know he makes
And
it.
after that hole, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Let's see what happens here on the 4th.
Gordon, he's slapped up. Nice. Get a shave. Oh, I don't like this. That's a nasty dog leg. Alright, let's try and... I'm going to try and pull it up short here a bit. Oh, what?
This one might just sneak off the fairway.
Sliced it, apparently. Stop!
Coming off a string of 3 birdies.
Nah, this is horrible. This is horrible. Again, I'm missing my 3-iron. We're going to end up in this bunker. We're never going to make this. 5... 60... Yeah, we can't make it.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
You see the slice on that?
Well, I
'cause
hope
of
you pack
the
the
slope.
bucket and spade because you're heading to the sand.
Told you.
Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
Coming up a little pups with that effort. Did I say that? Right, I don't want to overshoot, but... Stop, 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 stop.
Time now for the 4th shot. Only 1 shot off the pace.
I don't think we're going to get a birdie out of this one. This hole has gone horribly wrong.
Ooh. Wow,
Ooh.
what a save. And that'll promote a good move up the standings.
3 birdies and
Well,
a par.
that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Action replay. Action replay of that shot. It was so good. Look at that. Look at that. Boom.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Teeing off here at the 5th.
We've got some loud music here. Right. We need to... Hang on. That's a tricky one. Let's try and get it about here.
Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass.
It needs to stop. Too much. Oh, that's not good. I used to, THU, not
Well,
anymore.
we're hearing some excitement elsewhere on the course. Let's take a look back at this just moments ago. Let's take a look at Gary Woodland from earlier. John's down on the course, and do you have a better look at this lie?
Oh, this
Well,
is
they ended up in
horrendous.
the deep stuff, but the lie could have been a lot worse.
I don't think it's going to carry to the green, but we'll try and get it as close as we can.
As soon as that left the club, you knew it was going left.
Don't go in the bunker. What?
It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
That was
Wind is
unlucky.
absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
That was unlucky. You ready for this? This is going to be amazing. It doesn't get better than
Lovely
that.
shot out of the bunker. That's in tight. If you can make this one, it's for par. And the putt drops,
Woo!
and we're moving on.
3 birdies and 2 pars.
He's currently in a share of top spot.
Got out with some trouble then.
Time to tee off at the 6th.
That's it. Warm your back up, mate. Against the wind, down the middle.
Oh, shanks a lot. That's awful.
Thanks a lot for that one.
Well, this should affect the ball flight. That's a little untidy.
Is it
Now,
a
man on the
full-on
ground,
puppy?
John McCarthy. What's this lie look like, mate?
They're
Bad.
going to need to be careful getting out of this one. It is deep, deep into this rough.
Punched it out. Yeah, down the middle is what I aim for.
That's a smart option. Back into the fairway. Getting ready to play
We got
their
this.
third.
We got this. We'll get a
Back
par.
into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Opting for the
What?
5-wood.
Apparently, I'm
Looks
hitting
like
it
this
slow.
one's going to the beach.
Apparently,
And the approach
I'm
didn't
hitting
seem
my
to fit
shot
their
slowly
eye.
now.
Missing it short there. They will definitely be upset.
Okay. Keep rolling. We got this.
Okay, so that's step 1. But now got to hold a mid-range putt.
This has been an awful hole.
Let's see if you can make this. And keep the par on the card.
Might use a preview. Need to make this. Although it should be... I'm not using a preview on this.
This one's looking good. Good putt, that.
Keeps his scorecard clean.
Let's have a look at Kevin Kisner. Time to play from the bunker.
I need to turn this option off. Hang on.
And after that hole, this is how the leaderboard looks.
Yeah.
Par 3s always offer up that hope of a hole-in-one.
Hang on. Settings. How do we turn off? How do we turn off showing other players? Replays? Pro highlights. Wait, what? Oh, I was in cameras and presentation. PGA, that one. There we go. There we go. Oh, Luke, thank you. Right. We're going downhill with a wind behind. They could easily overshoot this.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Oh, this would be handy if it could bounce right.
Stop, 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 stop. Stop rolling!
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it.
This is a
Slim chance
massive
here for
putt.
birdie, but you never know.
Alpha 44. Dear me. Right, let's get a preview on this. See what that looks like. Well, that's not a bad effort. Turn!
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Disappointing.
Looks good off the blade. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. And
Not a
staying
bad
right where
score.
they were in today's rankings after that. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Right, let's try not to shank it this time. That's better.
Good looking shot this.
That's better.
Sitting at -3. Currently tied for top spot.
Right. We've got an elevation and wind. I think it's going to land about here with that wind. So I'm going to keep it to the right. Actually, what we could do is try and curve it in a bit. Try and curve it in with the wind.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
That's
Well, you're going to need to
way
think of your
more.
second shot already because that one's beached.
That turned in way more than I thought.
Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
I'm good, thank you, Impis. Thanks for 43 months, WH. Right. What we need is a nice splash shot out of here. Roll. It's not bad. Not bad.
Okay, safely on the surface, a chance for a putt to be holed here.
Pressure par.
That starts off on a good line.
And down she goes.
It's a real one, Darius. Yeah, they're all real courses.
Currently at 3 under for the day. Here we are at the final hole on the front nine.
Right, we need to keep the score going. Wait, what? 8 iron? What? Why did they choose an 8 iron? See, if I hit that, that wind's going to blow it right into that bunker. So we're going to go about here.
Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Beautiful.
Time for the second shot here at the 9th.
Okay. Again, we've got a bit of a wind thing going on. Keep it about here. That'll do.
Sitting at 3 under par. Currently tied for first place.
Tricky one, this. Very tricky. Get some good backspin on it. The wind's going to blow it that way, but I don't want to risk this. And the wind in this game can sometimes be a bit random. There we go.
I'd be booking in for some lessons if I was swinging it like that.
I've pulled it. I've pulled it. Okay.
That's not what they were looking for.
And coming
got
up
this.
well short.
Came up a little bit pups on that.
Oh, well played.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
And he needs this to save par.
I've heard that Puppy's short game is incredible.
Well hold.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Well, a lovely position for this player, Rich.
You
Tied
do,
for the
mate.
lead
You
as
have
they
the
make the
best short
turn.
game.
Well, this is what you practice for, isn't it? You want to be in the lead, up near the lead, going into the final 9 holes of an event to see if you can win it. Let's see how well they've practiced and if it can pay off. Eight days a week, that rhythm works.
Right down the middle.
Time for the second shot at the 10th.
Against the wind with a 5 wood. Let's take a 3. See if we can get to the back of that green. I don't want to be down this side of that slope.
We
That
need
went
this one to
left.
bounce right.
I hit that straight and it went left. Like, it came off the club going that way.
That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
This would be a great up and down. Go ahead and make it.
Try a flop. I was expecting to go right more because we was on a slope, and it didn't happen.
He has this putt to save his par.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
We might be dropping a short here.
Ouch, that hurts.
It didn't turn.
Bogey putt coming up here.
The first bogey. The first bogey,
Well
guys.
hold. Let's move on.
Dark times. Look at that. That ruined the card. The front 9 didn't pop a
Just
single
one
shot.
off the lead after that hole.
The back 9 started off bad.
And after a bogey at the last, they're looking for a big drive on this hole.
I need a birdie. Right, I reckon we can get way past. With that wind, I reckon we can get almost to the hole.
Oh, that is a thing of beauty.
Look at that. I love the way the crowd's like,
Rich,
woo!
in the thick stuff
And then
here.
the moment it
Not a
goes on
good
the rough,
spot to be.
oh. Now then. Little bit of wind. About there, I reckon. Come on, keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Not bad. And this putt to move into a share of first.
Need this. Use a preview. Bit to the right. Too hard.
That's frustrating.
I lined it up, but I hit
Opportunity
it
to make
a
their
little
par.
bit too hard, so it overshot. Dang it.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Currently a couple under for the event. Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
Game 3, you have to show your COVID passport to come in. So you either need to show a COVID test that's free or show that you'd been double vaxxed to get in. Like, masks are optional but encouraged, but nobody's wearing them. I did see a few, but looking around I can't see any. Oh, I can see one guy.
Game with the 7. Woo, back there, horsey.
Sit back, sit back, sit back.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Right, I reckon we can get this.
Wow, that almost went in the hole.
That hit the pin.
Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
Can't believe that.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play.
That was robbed.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole.
Need one more shot to get into P1.
Teeing off here on the 13th hole.
Look at that.
Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway.
How's Excel? Yeah. It's like, it's busy, but it's not mob. It's quite well
Second
spread
shot
out.
here on the 13th.
I like Excel. Excel's nicer than the NEC in my opinion. It's quite easy to get to. The way it's laid out is nice. You got one like giant corridor with all the holes left and right, and then all the, you know, coffee bars and everything down the middle. So it's just easy. Whereas the NEC is just a mess. So yeah, I quite like it. Thank you, Jack Garrett. Want to hit that a bit, but it'll do.
A couple under at this stage. Currently tied for 5th place.
Right, we've got a wind against us and an elevation. So I'm gonna assume the wind's gonna slow this down quite a bit.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
Oh, I completely messed that up.
Ah, that one's heading out to the right.
That was, my swing was just way off
He's
there.
not hit the mark on that approach.
Oh, the
was
wind
terrible.
wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
And here we are with their 4th. One stroke off the lead.
I need a very good shot here.
Oh, what a wonderful bunker shot. 4 feet to the cup. Hey, that's a chance.
Ooh.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer.
Yeah,
Well
that
done.
was a good recovery.
He's in a share of 5th position.
The front 9 went really well. The back 9 is a bit of a fight. I haven't
Let's
managed
see
to
what
birdie
happens
anything.
here at the 14th.
Quite a strong wind. Come on, stay out the rough. You scumbag.
No, that's not the shot they wanted.
Thank you, Dutch.
This lie won't be too bad in the first cut.
Oh, I remember Lynx 386. That was a good game, Lynx 386. I think this is going to go in the bunker, but I'm going to play it anyway.
Going with a 3-wood here.
Oh, look at this! Oh,
Well, Rich, that's on the surface, but it's in
Zuna,
three-putt
I can't
territory.
see
So
behind
far
me,
away.
so I don't know.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Used to play with a friend who used to get great putts and I was better from the tee. My putts were terrible. There's a phrase in golf. What is it? You drive for show and you putt for dough. So drives look great, but putts are what win you the money. This is insane. 49 inch. This is like complete guesswork. I mean, this is horrendous. What's on the limit of his putting power? It's a great view.
Oh, he's up, Tiger. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
You know what? That wasn't a bad effort. But this is again one of those entirely missable shots.
Ooh, nice line.
Ooh, that was close.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it.
It like was just about to break off the hole and it rolled back in.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here on the 15th.
Right, strong right to left going on. 5 wood. Be careful we don't overshoot it a bit.
Looks like they've got the 5 wood.
Slow down, slow down. Not bad.
A
Yeah,
nice
they'll
approach
probably
shot
pick me
there.
up at some
Pin
point.
high inside the range. Putting for birdie.
Left to right break going on. Nope. Great
Just
length,
didn't drop.
but it curved a lot.
Big putt for par coming up.
Just can't get a birdie on this back 9.
And the putt drops. Now 2 under. Heading down the stretch.
They're going to have to dig deep to pull this one out. Let's see what they got.
Got
Just
3
one
holes
off the
left.
lead after that hole. This hole's a tough 2-shotter. A long par 4.
Oh, I reckon with that wind behind us, I'm going to give it a bit of a curve. And hopefully keep rolling.
Needs to make a move soon.
Go on, go on, go on. There we go. Birdie chances are hard on this back 9, it seems. Yeah, I can't make it happen.
Second shot here on the 16th.
Now this, if you get the length wrong, you are going all the way down to that water. And with the wind behind us, that is not fun. So I think we're going to have to play it like over here and let the wind just kind of push it onto the green. It's the best option, I think.
Going with the 8-iron here.
That'll do. That'll do. Can you play with the players? I don't know if
And he's safely on the green with that shot.
I don't think the named players
This
are in it.
putt
I'm not sure
will
actually.
move them to 3 under par.
Right, this is for a birdie. Come on. Let's do it.
Nice one. 4th
Finally.
birdie of the day.
Finally.
And with that, he'll move to 3 under par.
Do you know what PC
He
Paul's
finds
playing on?
himself in a share of the lead.
Yeah.
To me, the short par 4 is the most underrated hole in all of golf.
It's one of those
Standing on
massive
this par 4
ROG
and
cases.
leading. What's the strategy? What's going on through their mind? Attack it or lay back?
Try and hang on. We go for a driver. with that wind, I reckon we can probably just about make it.
That one's heading down Broadway.
Get on. Oh yeah. What are we saying? What are we saying?
Wow, Rich. That's impressive.
Gotta love it. Taking out the big stick and going ahead and walloping it right onto the green.
This for an eagle. That is a heck of a break. Oh my god, look at that. What? What? What's this? Utter nonsense. Alright, well, we'll just try and get near the hole then. Dear me. The hole's here somewhere.
Steady on. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. It's got a chance.
Oh, come on, that was in.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
Absolutely robbed. On the green in one, walks away with a par.
Nice. A 3-putt par here.
You've got to be kidding me.
And now at 3 under overall. And this player now tees off on their final hole of the event, tied for the lead.
Right, we've got a bit of a left-right break. That's
That
good.
looks to be a fairway finder to me.
That's going to keep rolling into the rough, that is. Wait for it. Oh.
Luke, do not buy any lottery tickets tonight. You're absolutely wrong where that golf shot ended up.
It's like 2 inches into light rough. Okay. If we aim it like here, I reckon that wind might do the rest. But the ball will probably slice, so we'll keep it left a bit. I don't like this. I think the ball's going to do something really strange here. Yep.
Going with the 5-wood.
You see that? When it came off the club, it just shot to the right.
Huge bunker shot here. If you hole it, you'll win the tournament.
If you hole it... Alright then, we'll hole it. There we go. That's what he wants.
Ladies and gentlemen, they've just won their first ever PGA Tour event. Rich, what do you think's going through their mind right now?
Nothing. They're confused about everything right now. I tell you, you win and you can't believe it just happened.
Poggers.
You really just have no idea. You're shocked. It's a great feeling.
What a final hole that was. Look at that. It doesn't get any better than that.
What a memorable moment this is, Rich.
I just got a
Players
steam
never
achievement,
forget
Golden
their
Ferret.
first ever PGA Tour win, nor will this player Great job.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
Amazing. Amazing. That was some shot. To win a tournament out of the bunker with an eagle on a shot like that on the last hole, that's amazing. The guy called it. He went, well, if you get this shot, you win the tournament. Okay, then. Yeah, I hope somebody clipped that. That needed clipping. Hacker. Yeah, your rivals will now be compared at the end of each event. Okay, whatever. Right, I need to find out what's happening. Right. I've just spoken to the man and the plan. I'm going to do another 18 and then I'll finish. Because they don't have any lined up straight away, so I'll stay on for a bit. I might as well, I'm here, right? So I'll do another 18 holes and then I'll be going, then I'll head back to Chelmsford so I can get back for later. It's only supposed to be on an hour and a half. Do you get paid extra? Of course you do, pups. 100% pay rise, mate. What's 100% of nothing, pups? Shriners Hospital for Children open. Yes, I have, Jake. I really want to edit this back. It's annoying me. Like, I don't want the 5 wood. I'm going to swap it for a 4-iron then. There's only a 4 in that one. There we go. We got the 3-iron. Woo! This course is at Vegas. Nice. Wait, that's just changed. CPC Summerlin.
This PGA Tour event brought to you by 2K Sports. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam here in Las Vegas. It's known as Sin City, but we're at TPC Summerlin for the golf. What's this course like?
This golf course historically plays firm and fast and yields lots of birdies. So players going into this week know full well that they have to have the putter going. They need to hit a lot of greens, but they also need to make sure that they're making 5, 6, 7 birdies a day out there. Because if they're not, if they're struggling with birdies and only making pars, then the entire field is going to pass them by. It's a great opportunity because historically the wind doesn't blow very much and all the par 5s are reachable, but still having to make birdies, knowing you need to make birdies isn't always the easiest thing.
Are we having
We're
a lap?
in Vegas, and you can even see the famous strip from the golf course. Do the players need to roll the dice, have a little gamble out on that course?
I think you have to gamble everywhere on the PGA Tour, but in Las Vegas, I think it's required, isn't it?
Be rude not to. Can't wait to get into the action. Very excited to see how this player fares today.
Why are the bushes in front of me? Wow, 0 wind. You don't see that very often.
That's heading for the fairway. Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green.
I'll do.
Outstanding approach shot.
Okay, mate, stop posing. Can we start off with a birdie? That's the question.
Hang on, this looks pretty handy.
That'll do.
And that will drop in for birdie.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll have another.
The birdie starts.
1 under for the round.
I can't ever recalling making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So yes, birdie on the first. Great job.
The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take 1 club less into this green as it will release down the slope. That reminded me of the Big Easy. Silky smooth.
That's going to rough. Pulled it a little bit. Keep bouncing. Come on. Oh, yeah. Like I said,
so
the course is hard.
Looking for number 2 here today.
So it bounces a lot. Right. Slight left to right. 8-inch drop.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
It's a bit slow. No!
Didn't quite have the
London
right
XL
stuff there.
Franklin.
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
I don't think we're going to make it. Annoyingly.
Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
It's near the O2
eyeballing that
Franklin.
one, trying to make it.
You know where London City Airport is? It's literally right next to it. My controller is disconnected. There we go. My controller's freaking out then.
And down it goes.
Yeah, in fact, when I was driving in, London City Airport was on the left, but I couldn't see it because it was really foggy.
Unfortunately, backing up
So you've got
slowly but surely on that leaderboard,
London
Luke.
City, next to it's the XL, and then over the water is the O2.
The third hole at TPC Summerlin is a very strong par 4, measuring 492 yards.
Be here.
There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2.
No,
there is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way.
I charged it before I left, so it's fine.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Playing from around 160 yards.
Right, we've got a 12-inch drop behind. No, elevation, sorry. Interesting.
Going with the 6-iron here.
Hold it. Hold it a bit.
This one might need to get down a little.
Backspin, come on.
But not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
That's a long
outside chance here for the birdie.
That's not a bad effort. Happy with that.
Oh, that's criminal. How do you leave that short?
Wow, shocking to say the least. How do you miss that?
What? I'm sorry.
Just a simple tap in for par on this one.
These commentators think they know how to play golf.
He's currently tied for 10th.
I think next door they're doing 2v2 Rocket League.
The 4th at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4, measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach.
And it's a big prize as well. I think they said it's £5,000 for the winners. So everybody's having a go. I haven't played Rocket League in years.
This one might roll into the rough.
Rip.
Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for 10th place.
See if we can hack it onto the green.
Opting for the 5-iron.
That's not a bad effort. Out of the rough.
A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the 4th.
Out of the rough, that was amazing.
Okay, let's head to the next. And that will take him to 2 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 5th at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole, ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right.
This is tricky. 5-iron. I'm thinking... the 6-iron might get there. I'm going to go straight at it though. Oh, pulled it. Yeah, same club villain. I think I pretty much stopped playing it when it went to Epic Games.
Oh, absolutely flushed. And John, how long's this putt? It seems to be a fair way.
Well, this is looking, from my vantage point, at least about 22 feet from the hole.
I think I might take a preview. That's close. I think I've overhit that. I overhit it.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This is an entirely missable par.
I don't mind the look of this.
Ooh.
That's well holed.
Woo.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a staking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers.
That's really not what they were looking for.
Is it
This
me?
lie's not great.
Or does that commentator talk way too much at the start of a shot?
Opting for the 6 iron.
Oh, I almost went another club up. One more club up and it had been on.
It's a little wayward.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
We're not in the rough.
Nicely done. And that should secure the par. Well done.
That was a million
So
miles
after that
away.
hole, this is the current standings on the course.
Keeping the par.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings.
-2.
The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie.
Bunker. That's a
That should find
bunker.
the cut stuff.
Bunker. See, I was right. Commentator was wrong.
Well, a man on the ground, John McCarthy, would have a better
Oh
look
my
at
God!
this. How's
Look
it
at this
lying?
lie.
Sitting up pretty nicely in the sand. Shouldn't have too much trouble getting out.
Sitting pretty nicely in the sand. Are you joking me? The ball's like a foot below him. This is going to push a long way to the right. Honestly, I don't even think this will make the green. I think it'll just shoot off to the right. We'll take it. You see, this is the thing. Commentators don't play golf.
And this putt to move into the top 5.
Somebody's walking past with a lightsaber, quite literally. This for a birdie. Too much.
Okay, steady now.
That was awful.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
That was awful.
Oh, what a stroke. And the putt will go. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
Absolutely. In the bunker off the tee, getting that one, that is a Brucey bonus.
The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey.
It's doing this thing again. I think something's interfering with my controller, which is just disconnected again. I think there must be some wireless interference going on. There we go. Well, I'll have to do a 3-wood. We come in at an angle like that. Try and get it to roll towards that hole a bit.
Opting for the 3-wood.
That's a massive green.
Well played, mate. Well, this is one of those lengthy putts. John, how do you see it?
Well, guys, this looks like it's about 21 feet to the hole.
See, it's like really flat and then it breaks right at the end.
Get in the hole. Oh, so close, but an easy par. And with that, you can go and put a par on the card.
I think it lied about how
And
far away
after
that
this
was.
hole, that's how it looks.
That should have been way enough power.
Currently 2 under for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5
it was
measuring
a
over
3-inch.
563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker
I can't
off the
talk
left
because the
of the
commentator's
tee.
talking.
Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt.
It was a 3-inch drop to the hole and I played a 2-inch drop, so it should have at least got there, but it fell short.
Nicely done.
Well, TPC Summerlin is in Las Vegas, Rich, so why not have a gamble here at 9 and go for the green in 2?
If you're not gambling here on the 9th, then
Right.
shame on you.
Slice
You
it in.
should feast on birdies and eagles on this very reachable par 5. Even the shorter hitters can knock it on with no sweat whatsoever.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
That seems to slice a bit too much. No way. I didn't play that shot.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 3 behind our leader.
Okay.
That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. A chance to get to
This
3
game
under
is
with this
lying
putt.
to me. That's my excuse. I need this for a birdie, don't I? I don't want to use a preview, really. It's like a very, very slight break on it. Not going to get that.
This could go in.
There we go.
That's the kind of fighting spirit that keeps a good round going.
And that is a nice
Look at
birdie
that.
from the
That's
bunker.
a nice
Way
front
to go.
nine, that is. That's
Well,
a nice
Rich,
front nine.
as we make the turn to the back nine, what are your thoughts so far?
2 strokes off the lead with 9 to go, Luke. They're going to need to put something special together.
All right, let's try and get it curving down the middle a bit. Not sliced. Straight in the bunker. Rip.
Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
That popped to the right. It didn't show I was on a slope, but it popped to the right as if it was.
Getting ready to play their third.
That's really
Only
weird.
2 shots off the pace.
My controller's disconnected again. There's something around that's messing up with the wireless network in here, and it keeps breaking the signal. It's not Bluetooth. Oh, that was close.
Oh, little sigh of relief. Happy to be putting again. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Oh,
right by the
come
hole.
on.
This one's for bogey.
Come on. Hey, MJ. Thank you for 60 months, dude. Robbed. Absolutely robbed.
Job
the same
done.
thing
Let's head to
has
the
happened
next.
again. Front nine, amazing. Back nine, straight into a bogey.
Now 3 strokes
Outrageous.
back after that hole. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green.
That needs to kick left a bit. Kick left, come on. Oh.
Well, this is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff.
Oh man, that was so unlucky. Look at that. Like 6 inches away from fairway.
Opting for the 9-iron. Needs this one to kick right.
We'll take it.
Left yourself an opportunity. And
We've
this
got a
putt is
birdie
for
putt.
birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Very unlikely, but we've got a chance. Actually, it's quite flat. It's going to break left slightly and then break right more.
That was a gallant attempt.
That did not break right.
5 feet coming up to the cup. It's on a good line. Yeah, you'll take that. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4, 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up
You've got
past
to be
the green.
accurate with this. That could be in the water. Ooh. Stop. Commander
And
Arana,
taking aim
thank you for
from
tier
around
2.
100 yards here. 4 strokes off the lead.
Oh, I played it
Going
short.
with the 9-iron, I think.
Played it short. This is not good.
Not sure if that's what they're
That could have
intending to
bounced
do.
in the water.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Tricky shot,
Pass
that.
over coming up for
Very
this
tricky.
fella.
I need this. This has not been a good hole.
Oh, nice looking putt.
No!
Oh, just missed. And this one will be for bogey.
This back 9 is horrendous.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up.
Look at that. Bogey, bogey.
Currently 1 under for the event.
Ruining
Not much
the
happening.
scorecard.
Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Position
The
17.
13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with the
600
tail
yards.
breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you're giving yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach.
600
Looks
yard
like they
hole.
put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff.
Oh, gold. Yeah, we can't quite make that. I'll take it.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 shots off the lead.
I slightly underhit that.
What an opportunity to make a birdie.
I might take a preview. Could really do with a birdie. Too hard.
It's got a chance. And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot. And he'll move into the top 10.
Back
He's
in the
currently
game.
tied for 9th.
Come on,
The
top
14th
five.
at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3, playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt.
Hole in one. You reckon? I reckon a hole in one. No,
Looks to have
not a hole
opted
in
for
one.
the 8-iron. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right.
Rip.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
Birdie at
That's
the last.
terrible.
This for another.
And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
Oh my god. No, that's way off. Wait, what?
That one's come up short. Par putt
What?
coming up here.
What just happened? Did I misread that? Was that 6 inches higher or lower? I feel like I just misread that.
This one's tracking. Now, nice
Great
to make
bit.
a mid-range par putt. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 15th at TPC Sutherland is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those
don't know,
back hole
Bo. I just
locations.
thought
However,
played
a
that
good aggressive play here
fine on
must
power,
avoid the
and it
pot
just
bunkers around the greens or
pulled
the
up
big
way too
waste
short.
area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle.
Right, this is going to bounce right to left, so I'm going to keep it to the right a bit. Okay.
That's heading into the rough, I think. Oh, the fried egg. That's ugly. Any chance of getting out of this bunker?
Yeah, they are deep down into this bunker. Should be
Right,
interesting.
you
to
tell
see
me
they
how a
escape
ball
this one.
rolls along the sand and ends up 78, 86% deep in the sand. That's ridiculous. What? Why? Why? Like,
Getting ready to play their third.
it's a hard
5
course. It
strokes
should have
behind
bounced
our
and rolled
leader.
on, and it just stopped and came back. What a scumbag. I feel like this is... I don't know. Let's try a flop. I feel robbed.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. 14 feet to the cup.
Yeah, you can turn off commentators.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This has been a difficult hole.
And that putt drops. Now
I feel
heading
a bit
stretch.
robbed on that hole.
Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage.
Well, good for him.
The 16th at TPC Summerlin is
T20.
another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish.
Struggling.
Par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well because getting down from over the back is not that easy.
Oh my God, Jack and Ori.
Playing from around 210 yards here.
Oh my God. I don't like this at all. I do not like this at all. Taking a 3-wood. We're going to make sure we get on the green.
Going with a 3-wood here.
Oh,
there's
not.
water over there.
Need to sink this
Sitting
to get a
at
par.
1 under the card.
Right, we need a cracking shot now. Need to save this par.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Oh, that's heading towards the water. Keep an eye out for the
You
splash.
see, the first shot was super fast. The second shot was super slow.
Here's their 6th
It
shot.
feels like there's some wireless disconnectivity going on and my swing is messing up. Like it's not registering my movement properly. So sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's on time.
That might be one
Feels a
club
bit
too
weird.
many. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts.
Well, this hole has certainly ruined things. Okay.
Ah, that's a shame. Comes up shy.
Downhill putt, and sometimes you think it's going to run out more than it does. Just couldn't quite figure it out this time.
That's frustrating.
This hole is the
No
gift
one
that
likes to
keeps
put a
on
quad on the
giving.
card. Let's make this, please.
It's amazing.
So with
What an
another hole
amazing
behind
hole
us,
that was.
let's take a look at the
Look at
leaderboard.
Look at that.
Currently
9.
at +3 for
9.
the round.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
The 17th at TPC Summerlin is a downhill par 3 playing
Position
196
81.
yards.
Woo.
Jonathan Byrne once famously holed out in the playoff here to snatch the title. The green shapes right to left towards the hazard, so make sure if you're going to go for it, be very accurate.
I need a birdie.
Yeah, nicely played. Always love these
I
opportunities.
don't like this back nine
especially
anymore.
when it's for birdie. This is a good chance. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Well, good move there. Anything more
trying.
on the leaderboard's always pleasant.
Position 81 to 58.
The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green.
Oh, that was pummeled into submission.
Another birdie coming.
Sitting
There we
at
go.
2 over for the day.
Maybe I could chip this in. What do you think?
Choosing the 9-iron here.
No, bit too much wind.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
And that signs off on today's round.
2 birdies at the end. Brought it down to +1. That was the first
Well, Rich,
nine.
after coming
Great.
so
The
close
last
to going
nine,
back-to-back, you just
horrible.
wonder the way they finished. Maybe the occasion just got a little bit too much for them.
I'm very impressed with how this player battled trying to get that back-to-back win, coming up a little bit shy. Nothing to hang your head about.
T47.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich
Completely
Ben,
robbed
and on
on one
behalf of
hole.
all the hard-working folks at HP
That would have been at
Studios,
least -3.
it's goodbye for now.
That was horrendous. What's all this? Contract complete. I did a contract apparently. Oh dear. Right. How do we get back? Fence. You've completed your first contract. You're free to browse and choose your next sponsor contract. Okay. Right, I'm going to head out, I think. That's 12:30. That's a lot longer than I thought I would be live for. So bonus time. So I'm going to have a quick walk around the booths and stuff, take some photos. I'm going to get in the car and head home. So I shall be back live.